In this lesson, I'm going to show you a little script. The script is called info.sh, and I've taken the liberty of already writing the script ahead of time since it does not include any new commands or concepts, but rather it's a compilation of a lot of the things we have learned so far in the bash scripting portion. So as you can see, I'm starting off by defining a function to get the IP address. I'm going to call this function get_IP, and as you can see here, I'm saying IP equal, and I have a command here that we've seen before. This gets me the IP only, and these two backticks are useful to evaluate the command and then return its value. So I'm storing that value in the variable IP. The function will then echo the content of that variable. In the same manner, I'm defining a function to get the system time. Again, from the command date, I'm simply using the cut to get the fourth field out of the command date, and then I'm echoing out only the variable because again I'm using the backticks to evaluate the command and then throw the output into this variable. Last but not least, I'm defining a function called getWho, which is going to get me the host name as well as the user who is logged in. So I'm getting the host from the command hostname, and I'm getting the user from the command who, and then I'm getting the first field again with the command cut. After that, the function will echo the user variable dash and then the host variable. After that, it is pretty simple, just as we did in the menu lesson. So I'm doing an n equal 1 while n equal 1 do, and done at the end, and everything in between is really my menu selection options. So I'm saying please choose an option. First one is IP address, then system time, username, hostname, quit. I echo out what number does the user want, and I'm going to read that input. I'm checking that input. If it's equal to 1, I'm going to call on the function getIP. If it's equal to 2, I'm going to call on the function get_time. Equal to 3, I'm going to get the getWho function, and if it's equal to 4, I'm going to say exiting and exit out. Last but not least, anything else, I'm going to have the script write invalid and please try again. I'm using an extra echo after each function here, simply to add an extra line after the output of every command. This is just aesthetics, so it's not really necessary to do, but I just thought it looked a little bit nicer that way. So I have another terminal here open because I just want to dissect very quickly these commands here. So if I take this command, so ifconfig is going again to print out all the information like we've seen before. Here I'm doing a grep on inet addr. After that, using the head command to get the first line, and then I'm using the cut command to cut right here so I can get this portion, and then I'm gonna cut right here to get only this portion. So cut -d, add the colon, and I'm gonna get the second field, and after that I'm gonna cut again just like so and get the first field. So this would be the first command. The second command, the date, is just a simple cut again, add the white space, and I'm getting the 1, 2, 3, 4th field, just like so. Now this is the time command, and the host name is just a command that gets you the current host name. There's nothing too complicated about that. And the who command actually gets you all the users that are logged in. This is a single user system that I'm using, so at the time I only have Ibrahim who's logged in. So again, using a simple cut, to get the first field, I'm gonna get the Ibrahim portion. So the purpose of this lesson is simply to show you what kind of options that you can do. You can mainly define any function you want with any functionality that you want. Make a menu selection out of it if you want to have some sort of user interface. Or maybe the function you're defining is simply a process that runs in the background. Maybe it's a function to back up some files, maybe it's a function to rename certain files, and you're going to run that on a regular basis. So last but not least, let's take a look at the script and how it runs. So I'm going to run info.sh, hit enter. It says please choose an option 1, 2, 3, and 4 for quit. If I say 1, it's gonna print out the IP address, and you see that extra line that we've added with the empty echo. 2 is system time, 3 is the username hostname, and any other input, it's gonna say invalid, and by hitting 4, it's gonna quit out of that script.